Okay. As far as injuries go, really Lucas Yang is the only one. He hurt his ribs there and had to come out. Andrew did a nice job of filling in for him on short notice there. So, listen, I want to thank our fans, man. They kind of won the game for them out there. There were a lot of Green Bay fans. They travel like our fans travel, and I thought we were able to drown them out, which was a thing of beauty there. I thought special teams did a great job, and Dave had a nice plan. Tommy Townsend, I mean, this had to be his finest game. I mean, he just did a tremendous job. Field position was a key, and he took care of that. The blocked field goal by 97, I thought him doing what he did there was very good. Snead's pick, I thought was a big play for us as we went, and I thought our defense, we did a nice job against the run game. We did a nice job against the pass game, pressuring the quarterback. We didn't hold back. Guys played hard and aggressive. We've seen things that have happened. You saw things today that happened. So with teams that are favored, and you have to bear down every week the best you can and find a way to win every week. And then I just thought our last drive was kind of vintage Patrick, Kelsey, Tyreek. The guy 17 McCole had a nice play. So and then the rest of that time we were kind of in the second half we were kind of shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties and not the turnovers but the penalties, and so that we can work on. You can't work on the win if it's a loss, right? You can't do that. They go down as W's. They don't keep score on those. So I'd rather work on getting better and still have the opportunity to win a game. And so that's how we finished. That's how we finished this one. Anyways, with that, time's yours.
What did you see from Jordan Love today? Obviously, he probably won't be playing much in the future as long as Roger Hill. What type of challenge is he bringing to the game?
Yeah, listen, I thought he had good poise, and for his first start against a complicated defensive look like Spags can present, I thought he handled himself well. I'm glad we took care of the run game like we did. I think they probably came in and we're going to run the ball on us. And by the way, Matt's done a great job with that team. But I think that they weren't able to do that. So my hat goes off to Spags, the game plan he had, and everything that went with it with the players.
Coach, how do you think Melvin Ingram did out there with his limited snaps?
Yeah, I thought he did well. I mean, from just sometimes I'm on the bench, sometimes I'm up, so I don't get to see every snap. But what I saw in practice, I liked it. It looked like it carried over. He's very, very smart, and he's got good leadership, and I could feel that today on the ones I was watching. And then he was bringing it. He did a nice job, and the guys, our guys welcomed him in, which isn't always the case with teams. And then Brendan used all of them. He used all the guys. And so everybody had a chance to get out there and rattle it around a little bit.
And just thinking of that area with the pass rush, how much of what you guys have been able to generate the passing techniques do you think?
Yeah, well, this line here, this wasn't one that's banged up. I mean, that's a good offensive line right there. They're going to challenge you a little bit. So I was proud of our guys for stepping up and greeting that the way they did.
Can you walk us through the discussion on the third down play, whether the pass and run it, and obviously what led you to make the play call you did to end the game?
Yeah, I mean, throwing the ball, you're saying? I mean, why that throw? Or
Just what was the discussion like? Because you had a timeout.
We had the play. We had the play even before the timeout part of it. There wasn't any discussion there, Nate. We knew what we were going to do, and we had it. Sometimes you call the timeout to get everybody over. just calm them down, and here we go. And that's the way this was. Everybody was kind of on the same page with it. Yeah.
Specific to the offense, you come out and score right on the first drive, and then they do a shot. Why haven't we seen the same consistency from you on offense?
Yeah, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot. I mean, you can see it. They're not secrets to this. If you look at it, if you're taking steps back, whether it's turnovers, whether it's penalties, fumble and you recover, any loss of yardage makes a long, consistent drive a little tough. I mean, that's what we were better today. We didn't have the turnovers and that. So we just got to take care of those penalties like at crucial times. You're not having a heart attack, are you?
No.
Oh, you're grabbing your heart, man.
I was asking you a while back about your identity as a team. You said maybe we're still trying to find it. A couple games later, do you feel like y'all found it?
We're getting there. We got to keep bearing down and take care of some of these things. And there's a variety of these penalties. Right, this game here that stalled some drives, and we got to be better than that. Drop balls. That's another one. We had drop balls today. I mean, you can't drop balls. Those they kill you on drives.
Coach, first half, you had a couple chances to go for fourth down. You went for it the first drive and picked it up. The next one, you didn't. I mean, you guys seem to have embraced that, whichever side of the field to go. You had a little timeout before that as well. It looked like special teams was lined up. And just talk us through that decision.
Well, we had both lined up. We had the offense and the special team. Just kind of, throw a wrinkle in there. So, but we were going to go for it, and that's what we were going to do. So we need to do better on that. We need to get it. You surely don't want to do that. I was proud of our defense for stepping up and shutting it down right there. They did a nice job with that. So they didn't get points off of it.
Andy, when you challenged that fumble punt, the one that hit the Green Bay guy's foot,
Yeah.
Did you get that from upstairs?
I saw it. I saw it. But they did help me upstairs too. But I saw it. I mean, I saw it hit the leg there, the knee area. Jump ball.
Oh, you're good. Sam,
Andy, all season you come in here and it seems there's been a similar, like, we can play better.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, how would you rate Patrick's confidence compared to a year ago in that last play that Nate was asking about? Is that the kind of thing that...
Yeah, it just felt good. That felt good right there. I mean, that's what he did. They were on the same page, and it's not Patrick, it's not Kels, it's not O-line, it's not Tyree. It's everybody kind of getting on the same page and feeling those things. And so going back and looking at it, I think that's a plus. And coming out of the game that way, I mean, you run the clock out by doing those kind of things. Now, there's some things that we'll look at earlier in the game that we weren't on the same page, and so we've got to take care of that.
Andy, from your perspective, what do you appreciate most about how Steve Nicholas came up with this?
Yeah, so, I mean, I know enough coaches in the league. It presents a problem, and the offensive coaches will tell you that it's not an easy scheme to defend or to block. So, I think he's very good at that. I mean, that's what he does.
You mentioned Beckham Holmes. You mentioned not being on the same page a few times early in the game. What, if anything, are you guys working on to try to get that rhythm and chemistry back?
Yeah, when I say not on the same page, it's working. Is it working? Are we dropping the ball? Are we having penalties? Are we doing these things? So it just doesn't. It's got to all fit, and that's what we've done in the past. This is a new team, and we've got some pieces in there that we got to, that we're taking care of and learning and all that. So. But those are plays that we normally make. The important thing was that we did come together there at the end, and then we had productive plays. And listen, I'm part of that, so I can do better and put them in position to get these things too. So I mean, we've all got a little piece of this. Yeah.
Coach, you've spoiled not just us in Kansas City, but the entire league. If you look at some of the cut-ins on the networks, Kansas City's misfiring and all this stuff. At what point do you say we're not going to apologize for winning?
Yeah, we don't.
last one.
Coach, Kelsey's had frustration. He's shown the past couple of weeks. Today seemed a little better. What do you see from him today?
Kels? Yeah. So, again, I thought he did a nice job. He worked through doubles. He worked through the halo technique where they kind of wrap arms around him. I thought the officials did a good job of managing him, and some of the things that they were attempting to do early. And then, he had the one drop, but he also had some big plays in there. So he did a nice job.
All right, thank you.